Boxing Opinions 100. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, leave your comment. I'll be sure to get back with you. Chris Eubank Jr. is set to face Conor Benn. But if you know your boxing history, 30 years ago, the fathers fought, Nigel Benn and Chris Eubank Sr. As you can see right here are the dates that the fights took place. Nigel Benn was stopped in the first fight, and that's Conor Benn's father. But in the second fight, they called the fight a draw. And as you see here, Chris Eubank Jr. has came out and publicly stated that if he loses to Conor Benn, that he will retire. So, some people say things sometimes to motivate themselves. And Chris Eubank Jr. said his father has not spoken to him since he has signed the fight with Conor Benn. It's a lot of history behind these two gentlemen, Nigel Benn and Chris Eubank Sr. As you see here in the photo, Chris Eubank Sr. was known for his showmanship. He's here after he knocked the guy out. He was posing, taking pictures as he was celebrating his knockout. But Nigel Benn, Conor Benn's father, if you've ever seen Nigel fight him and Conor, and you will see where Conor Benn gets his tenacity from, his meanness. Nigel Benn was the exact same way. Now, as far as Chris Eubank Jr. and Eubank Sr., they have totally different styles. Even though that the dad was in a heavier weight division and he was more of an imposing figure. This is where a picture of where Eubank Sr. had hit Nigel with a left hook and hurt him. But this you have to take into context that the fathers fought 30 years ago. Now they both have two sons that are facing each other in similar circumstances. So I think, like I still say, I think Chris Eubank Jr. saying that he would leave if Conor Benn beats him. He's just, he could be telling the truth, or I think he's like trying to motivate himself. But Conor Benn is a mean dude, and you got to fight to keep him off of you. I don't see Chris Eubank Jr. being able to keep Conor Benn off of him, but he could catch Benn coming in. This is kind of like similar to the style of Mike Tyson, and when Mike Tyson fought Evander Holyfield, like how Holyfield would catch Tyson coming in, he would back Tyson up. But let me know your thoughts down in the comments below about these two fighters, Chris Eubank Jr. facing Conor Benn, and if you're old enough to remember when their fathers fought, leave your thoughts on them too. And this is Boxing Opinions 100, and I'm out.